I really want to talk a little bit about building an audience, something that keeps coming up with clients of mine. You know, most creatives, the only reason we're not creating content out there is because we are just afraid. We are afraid to be too promotional. We're afraid of what other people are going to think of us. Many of us judge other creatives, other actors, or other artists who are putting themselves out there. And because we maybe don't like the way that the sensation they give us, the way they make us feel, we shy away from creating ourselves. And here's the thing, you have a lot of great ideas, but what ends up happening when you don't put those ideas out into the world is they stack. They stack on top of each other and they never get seen. And the more creativity that stacks inside of us that doesn't get seen, the more our confidence and our creativity gets muddled. Right? So if you want to get more followers, if you want to build an audience, or if you want to get more gigs, or you want more people to know of you and the work that you do, you have to put yourself out there. And not just the skills and the things you do, but yourself. There's a lot of ways to do this. You know, when I was first starting out as an actor, especially on social media, I would only share what I did. Right? I would spend all of my time looking at the numbers on social media. I would wonder, why am I not getting more followers, right? Why is that person who I'm just as talented as or more getting more followers? And I would compare myself and I would get bogged down. I would spend all this time scrolling thinking, well, how are they doing that? And I can't do that. And you know, what that does, that comparison, it ends up blocking your creativity. And it gets you out of the act and the action of doing and out of the consistency, which is the most important skill, especially when it comes to creating content, is being consistent, and it can really stifle your creativity. So I know this is a case for a lot of creatives, especially right now. I have a client who's working very hard on building her YouTube channel. And you know, the other day we checked in and we looked at her videos, and we have her, you know, really on a consistent schedule of creating content without losing her mind and losing her time. But she's being shy about inviting people to view the content. And here's the thing, if you aren't inviting people to your party and wondering why people aren't showing up, then you're just caught up in the emotions. You're allowing yourself to buy in to whatever fear or judgments you have. And it really is a reflection on how you feel about your own creativity. So if you're trying to get more eyeballs on your stuff, you got to start by putting content out there and engaging, okay? For me, when I first started doing social media content, and I didn't get a lot of eyeballs on my stuff, and I would get really discouraged. There's nothing to get discouraged about if you're not putting yourself out there. And over time, there would be some videos that would do great, and there'd be some that would not do well at all. Some would get amazing comments, some would not get any engagement. But over time, by being consistent, I have continued to build a following. And we can get caught up in the drama, and we can allow the drama to stop us. Here's the way I stopped for a while because I was burnt out and upset and frustrated. And then I started picking back up again. I said, no, this is the kind of things I want to do. I know someone out there needs to hear my message, and I'm making it for them. I'm making this for that person out there who maybe doesn't feel like they belong today, and I can make this for them so they feel like they belong. If you're stopping yourself, you're forgetting why you do this. So here's some ways to push through that fear. You know, in this video, I'm just gonna give you like a couple things that I think are really helpful. We could go way more in depth, but hopefully this will be enough to get you going, because consistency is key. You wanna batch shoot your content, right? By just making a list of stuff and making it all at once, you've already got stuff to pull from. So those moments when you wanna freeze up, you don't freeze up because you're like, you know what, I've already done it. It's already made, I've got it done. Consistency, like I said, is key. It doesn't mean it has to be Steven Spielberg level level content. You gain trust over time. By doing, you learn. Sometimes you hit the mark and sometimes you don't. But what you end up getting is numbers. You end up getting a way to measure, what is your audience like? What do they want to see more of? Because you've made so much content over time. And then your audience becomes more engaged, and you can start to make stuff more of what they want, right? The other thing you want to do is engage with your own audience. You want to ask them questions. Ask them on stories. Ask them, what do they want? What do they want to see more of? What helps them? You can even look in the comments and see, what do they need? There's a lot more strategy to this, but I just want to help you get started. Remember, there is someone out there who needs to hear your message. And each day that you don't put your message out there, they're not hearing what they need. If you need more support, come over to the Secure Actor Project. Go to secureactorproject.com. It's free. In the Facebook group, you can meet other creatives, other actors, entrepreneurs who are out there trying to put their creativity in the world and make an impact. And we can do that for you too.